Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar session on encouraging STEM from an early age. My name is Nhlanhla Sibanyoni, and I'm a project manager at Macmillan Teacher Campus. So I welcome you all today, and in this presentation, we are going to explore the importance of promoting STEM education from a young age and how it benefits children's development. All right, so let's dig in. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It is an interdisciplinary approach to education that integrates these four subjects to foster critical thinking, problem solving, and innovation. Right, the science. This involves the study of the natural world and its phenomena. It includes areas such as life sciences, chemistry, physics, and environmental science. The T on the STEM, it stands for technology, refers to the use of tools, machines, and systems to create, control, and exchange information. It encompasses computer science, digital technology, and various applications that enhance our daily lives. And then E for engineering, it involves the application of scientific and mathematical principles, and all of this to design and build solutions for real-world problems. So engineers use creativity and technical skills to develop structures, machines, systems, and processes. And then mathematics is a study of numbers, shapes, patterns, and relationships. It serves as the foundation for various scientific and technological advancements and helps solve problems in a logical and precise manner. So basically, STEM education encourages learners to approach complex challenges with multidisciplinary mindset, preparing them for future careers and fostering innovation in various fields. It promotes a deeper understanding of the world around us. And not only that, it empowers individuals to contribute positively to society and the development. Right, so here are relatable everyday life examples we can share with our learners, just to make them understand that STEM is not confined to classrooms and labs, but it is also an integral part of our daily lives. Smartphones. So smartphones are the result of engineering and technology. The apps that they use every day from social media or games are built using computer programming, and all of that is STEM. Cooking. Yes, cooking. So some of you might, cooking, it involves precise measurements, and that is mathematics. Chemical reactions, and that is chemistry. And heat transfer, and that is physics. For example, baking. For instance, this relies heavily on these principles. That is a measurement, chemical reactions, and heat transfer. So these are some of the examples that we can give to our kids, just to make sure that, to give them that background that science is all around us. It doesn't only occur in our classrooms or in labs. The weather forecast. The meteorologists use scientific instruments and complex mathematical models to predict the weather. Weather apps and websites are also STEM products, and this they can find in their phones lately. Electricity and lighting. This is very important because as a country currently, we're on stage 6. So these are the things that we need to talk to our kids about. Why are we on the situation we are in, and how can we solve it? So we whether we like it or not, we need to talk about ESCOM and what will make it change. So these are the things that we need to speak to our kids. That if you follow this STEM uh, uh, um, the STEM programs, you might be the one that can save the country and take it out of the phenomenon that we are in now, which is called load shedding. Right. So also you need to mention that how X-rays, MRI scans, and CT scans use technology and physics to visualize the inside of the body, helping doctors to diagnose and treat patients. So these are the examples that we give to our kids, because time and again they go and see doctors. So you make them aware that this is part of STEM that you can take up as you grow older, as your career. So you can also discuss engineering and mathematics behind building structures. Our very own Nelson Mandela here in Johannesburg, including bridges, skyscrapers, and the building of houses. Video games, and this is our favorite, highlight that the video games are not only entertaining, but also created by teams of programmers and designers. They involve complex maths and physics for graphics and simulations. So as they engage in these video games, mention to them that there's a lot of math that goes in at the back to put it together so that when they play, it becomes this exciting and all of that. Transportation. You also need to discuss how engineers design cars, trains, airplanes, emphasizing safety features and fuel efficiency. For example, now currently we have a Gautrain. We can talk about Gautrain. It wasn't long ago when it was built. Mention where it came from, the engineering that took place. I mean, they had to bore, and some of the rail goes underneath the ground. So those are the things that to mention to them. If they can go on a ride as well there, so that you bring them closer to feel and touch some of the STEM around us. Right, so early STEM education is crucial for several reasons, as it lays the foundation for a child's future development and success. So here are some of the key reasons why early STEM education is very important. Young children naturally possesses a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world. Early STEM education harnesses this curiosity, encouraging children to ask questions, explore, and seek answers independently. Engaging in STEM activities from a young age helps develop critical cognitive skills such as problem solving, logical thinking, and analytical reasoning. These skills are fundamental for academic success across all subjects. Future career readiness, STEM relates to fields offer abundant career opportunities. By starting early, children are better prepared to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics if they choose to do so later in life. So these are some of the important reasons why STEM at an early age is very important. STEM activities often involve hands-on exploration and experimentation, promoting creativity and fostering innovative thinking. So children or our learners learn to think outside the box and develop unique solutions to problems. Confidence building. Successfully completing STEM challenges that you'll be making available for your learners and experiments boost a child's self-confidence. As they achieve small victories in problem solving, they become more willing to take on new challenges in the future. STEM education connects theoretical concepts to real-world applications, making learning more meaningful and relevant to children's lives. This connection helps children understand the practical implications of their knowledge. Early exposure to technology. In today's digital world, early exposure to technology is essential. STEM education introduces children to various tools and technology, preparing them to navigate the digital landscape effectively. So let's look at why is early STEM education important. Many STEM activities involve collaboration and teamwork. Children learn to work together. They share ideas. They communicate effectively. They develop essential social and interpersonal skills. STEM education equips children with the skills needed to address global challenges, such as environmental issues, technological advancements, and healthcare improvement. There is no better time than now with this green energy that they want to introduce into the country, the coal-fired power stations. You need to mention all of those. And this is a current thing that it's in the news, it's everywhere in the social media. So where learners are, they find this type of information. So as a teacher, a STEM teacher, you need to just give facts behind it. Why are we going green? Why now the coal-fired power stations are not viable anymore? So those are the things that you need to talk to the learners about, or give them an exercise to go do research and come up with facts. Why green energy? Why not green energy? Why coal-fired station? Why not coal-fired station? So early STEM education helps break gender and cultural stereotypes. And this promotes inclusivity and diversity in STEM fields. Encouraging all children to participate in STEM activities creates more equitable society. Overall, early STEM education nurtures a child's natural curiosity and builds a strong foundation for lifelong learning. Not only that, it prepares them to be critical thinkers, problem solvers, and innovators who can contribute positively to society and tackle future challenges effectively. All right, so let's look at benefits of early STEM learning. Early STEM learning offers a wide range of benefits for young children that positively impact their cognitive, social, and emotional development. So let's look at some key benefits of early STEM learning. Engaging in STEM activities, it enhances critical thinking, problem solving, and decision-making abilities. Children learn to analyze information, make connections, and apply their knowledge to various situations. So, and you can get this when you give them those tasks to do at home. Go research on some topic that you've given to them. They come back with all the facts. They problem solve. They share the facts that they have with the rest of the class. They make connections, and then you finally ask them to come up with the conclusion. STEM learning fosters creativity as children find imaginative solutions to problems. They learn to think outside the box and invent new ways of approaching challenges. Successfully completing STEM tasks and projects boosts children's confidence in their abilities. As they overcome challenges, they develop a can-do attitude and become more resilient as learners. STEM education connects theoretical concepts to real-life applications. Children see the practical relevance of what they learn, making the knowledge more meaningful and memorable. And it's very easy in this STEM field because you can do experiments with them. They can see all the changes, for example, in chemical change and all of that. And that's exciting. It excites the kids. So more on the benefits of early STEM. Early exposure to mathematical concepts through hands-on activities. This helps our learners to develop a strong numeracy skills. They become comfortable with numbers, patterns, and basic mathematical operations. Don't you all need that now in this country, for example, with this load shedding that we're in? We need kids that are going to solve problems in the future, who are comfortable with numbers. So STEM learning encourages children to explore and investigate the world around them. They develop a natural curiosity and learn to ask questions, make predictions, and conduct simple experiments to find answers. Participating in STEM activities, it involves communication and discussion. That's where they share ideas. Children improve their language skills as they describe their observations, share ideas, and work collaboratively with other learners. Early exposure to technology prepares children for the digital age. They gain basic technological skills and become comfortable using devices such as cell phones, video games, software, and other digital tools. Many STEM activities involve building and construction. Your Gautrain, your Mandela Bridge. Children learn about shapes, sizes, and spatial relationships as they manipulate objects. Understanding the world STEM learning helps children to make sense of the natural world and the technological advancements that shape their lives. It also enables them to become informed citizens and critical consumers of information. So overall, early STEM learning provides a holistic educational experience that equips children with essential skills and knowledge. It empowers them to become lifelong learners, capable problem solvers, and active contributors to an ever-changing world. How do we encourage STEM from an early age? Encouraging STEM from an early age can be both fun and educational for learners. So here are some of the effective ways to promote STEM from a young age. Integrate STEM concepts into playtime activities. Use building blocks, puzzles, and interactive toys that involve problem solving, counting, and building. So we need to be specific on the toys that we choose for that we buy for our learners. Provide opportunities for hands-on experiences, such as conducting simple science experiments, exploring nature, or building structures with different materials. Let us invest in age-appropriate STEM toys and kits that match a child's developmental level. Look for toys that encourage creativity, critical thinking, and exploration. So that's our duty as educators in this instance, that whatever we take to class, it must be deliberate, and that needs more work from our side in terms of prepping for that activity. Use Google as your friend. You use Google as your friend. You search for experiments that are fun for kids, colorful, exciting. Use books, videos, and educational apps that introduce STEM topics in an engaging and interactive way. Choose content that aligns with our learners' interest and curiosity. And let us not forget to involve the important stakeholder, parents and caregivers, in these activities that we come up with in our classrooms. Encourage them to participate in experiments, discussions, and explorations with the learners to create a supportive learning environment. So there must not be a disconnect between what you do in class and when the learner gets home after school. So there must be that continuation of learning the STEM field. So how do we encourage STEM from an early age? So take children to local science museums. Here in Johannesburg, we have a Saibono planetarium at the Wits University. There's a planetarium there. Aquariums, I can think of Shaga Marine for the coastal people. So these outings provide interactive learning experiences and they inspire curiosity about the world. So if you can also, don't forget to go into your small airports. So even if you go to a big airport, you might not know what can inspire curiosity from there, from these little ones. So encourage children to ask questions, explore, pose open-ended questions that spark curiosity and critical thinking. So out of all of this, we really need to be prepared when we go into our classes. That's the message we're driving across here. Create a safe and supportive environment where our learners feel comfortable taking risks and making mistakes. That's when they learn. Encourage a growth mindset by praising effort and persistence all the time. They need to be told or reminded that they're doing great. Keep at it. Incorporate STEM concepts into everyday activities, such as measuring ingredients while cooking, observing patterns in nature, or discussing how technology works. So they need to, at the end of the day, they need to see that all of this we are talking about STEM fields. It's not something that is only meant for classroom or our labs. In their everyday life, they are surrounded by STEM. How to encourage STEM from an early age? Allow children to experiment and explore freely. Let them design their own projects and try out different approaches to solving problems. Look for local STEM clubs, workshops, summer camps that cater for children's interest. So we need to put in work as well as educators. Prepare in advance, well in advance. Look for these clubs. Find the interesting ones. If it needs be, you go there, you check it out before you can bring your kids in so that you make sure it's a safe environment for your kids. Acknowledge and celebrate children's STEM achievements, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement, it motivates them to continue exploring and learning. Introduce children to STEM role models and mentors. They can be scientists, engineers, doctors, pilots, inventors who inspire and demonstrate the possibilities in STEM fields. By incorporating these strategies, you can create a stimulating environment that fosters a love for STEM and empowers children to become curious, creative, and confident learners in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So here are some of the fun and engaging STEM activities that children will love. I'm just going to go through, I've just given them to you, and these, you're going to have to use Google, or you're going to have to use Google and find out how it's done. For example, straw rockets. You create rockets using paper and straws. You launch them by blowing through the straw and see whose rocket flies the furthest. Kids will enjoy this. Egg drop challenge. So you give children various materials like balloons, cotton balls, bubble wrap, and have them design a mechanism to protect an egg when dropped from a height. Nature scavenger hunt. Take children on a nature scavenger hunt to explore the outdoors. Sink or float experiment. Gather a variety of small objects and have children predict whether each item will sink or float. Rainbow volcano. Combine baking soda. You see, these are the ingredients that they do have, some of them in the kitchen from their homes. Baking soda, vinegar, and food coloring, and create a colorful erupting volcano. It's a fantastic way to teach chemical reaction. Magnetic slime. Make magnetic slime by adding iron filings to regular slime. Solar oven. Build a solar oven using a cardboard box, aluminum foil, and plastic wrap. Nice. Bubble science, for example, experiment with bubble solutions to different and viscosities and shapes, kids can test which bubble wants to create the biggest bubble. So remember to adjust the complexity of these activities based on the child's age and developmental level. So these hands-on STEM activities will not only be enjoyable, they will also foster creativity, critical thinking, and a love for exploration and discovery. We also need to address gender stereotypes because we tend not to see some of the STEM fields suiting some of the gender. So addressing gender stereotypes is essential in promoting an inclusive and equitable learning environment for all the learners, including in STEM education. So let's look at some of the ways to tackle gender stereotypes. We need to educate parents, teachers, and caregivers about the harmful effects of gender stereotypes. Create awareness about how these stereotypes can limit children's interests and aspirations. So for example, engineering, it's not only for boys. Even girls can become engineers. Introduce children to diverse role models in STEM fields, including women and individuals from different cultural backgrounds, and highlight their contributions and achievements to inspire all children. So the message here is kids need to see themselves in these role models. People from where they come from, where they live. Be mindful of the language used when discussing STEM topics. Avoid gender-based language that encourage inclusive terms when referring to scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, etc. Ensure that all children have equal opportunities to participate in STEM activities and access resources regardless of their gender. Whenever gender stereotypes surface, challenge them in a constructive and respectful manner. Encourage critical thinking and open discussions about these stereotypes and their impact. Ensure that the STEM curriculum reflects the contributions of women and diverse individuals in history and contemporary society. So we do not leave anyone behind in STEM. Right, so we're still addressing the gender stereotypes. Foster a safe and supportive environment where children feel comfortable expressing their interests and pursuing their passions, regardless of societal expectations. Raise awareness of unconscious bias and work towards minimizing its influence in the classroom or educational setting. Offer hands-on STEM activities that appeal to a wide range of interests. Provide opportunities for both boys and girls to explore various STEM fields without preconceived notions. Encourage collaborative learning and teamwork, promoting and understanding that diverse perspectives and skills available in problem solving. Address any instances of gender-based bullying or teasing immediately and create a zero tolerance policy for such behavior. Let's not leave the parents. Engage parents in discussions about gender stereotypes and encourage them to support their children's interests, regardless of traditional gender norms. Let us celebrate diversity and individuality in all its forms. Emphasize the value of unique perspectives and experiences in STEM learning. By actively addressing gender stereotypes in STEM education, we can create an inclusive and supportive environment where where all our learners feel empowered to pursue their interests and potential in science. Emphasizing equality and breaking down gender barriers will benefit not